Renegades of Long Beach Roller Derby, and you're watching MoonKILL Radio. Woo!
Welcome to what is On The Slab, MoonKILL Radio. That's right. How you guys doing out there? We got another one for you, man. We're getting the good ones, man. We got the good stuff for you, right? First off, check us out. Check us out, all our shows we got going on. Check out the bands, interviews, anything. Support your local artists, or like I like to say, MoonKILL Radio. We support ours and your local artists. All right, we just don't play records or play music from our local bands. And then as our live bands, our live sessions are not all local bands. Most of them are, of course, but we've had a couple. Shout out to Hot Mom from Texas, Austin, Texas, which is one of my favorite sessions we did. I fucking love those guys. And Velvet Q, of course, I love Velvet Q to death from Seattle. Shout out to Tres Leches, who, if you're watching this, was supposed to be coming in before all the madness happened. So hopefully they'll make it in. We'll have another band from Seattle as well. Check them out as well. Different kind of music, of course, not bringing in just, live sessions. We're not just doing punk and indie rock or whatever, Check out Drywallero, local boys from Orange County doing cumbia stuff, man, and R&B. Local boys from Long Beach Downey area doing blues rock, and New American doing just straight ahead rock, along with all the punk guys we have and alternative and quirky sounds that we're putting up. And Baz Francis as well. Our first session with Baz Francis, more of a indie or alternative, kind of a alternative indie pop, little pop sense to it, but again, it's all good music, man. It's all good music. That's what we're about. So check everything out. Check out the bands. Check all that stuff out. Again, going on the tip of just good music, our pick for this show is just simple as that. Great, fucking good, awesome, perfect music, man. Yeah. So, anyone has questions, I've said before, anybody's got questions or anything, we have operators standing by to take your requests, comments, and anything. This is Buttercup of MoonKILL Radio, who's waiting to take all your suggestions and comments, and if you have anything bad to say, she's ready to bark and talk shit to you, all right? So that's who's taking the role. There you go. Operators standing by. Right? Right. So for this one, we got a great one. A lot of talk and a lot of there's always that big sense of, again, I don't know how I have to say it, but live albums. I'm all about live albums. So after I get rid of all my live albums, you guys probably won't hear about them anymore. But another one. But again, live albums of the 70s. The only problem I have with a lot of people that bring up all the live albums of the 70s is that, and it's not that they're bad albums or they're wrong. Not they're wrong, and no one's wrong. But they always leave out some of the great albums that weren't rock albums, right? So your top albums of the 70s, a lot of hard rock albums, All World's a Stage by Rush, Humble Pie, Humble Pie's live album, Double Gonzo, Judas Priest, Unleashed in the East, UFO, some of my favorites, Thin Lizzy's. And they're all great albums and all live albums. Wings' live album is great. Seconds Out by Genesis is fucking awesome. It's a great band. It's putting out great live albums. But one of the best live albums ever, any genre, of course, it never gets talked about, never gets put in with those ones. And you shouldn't have to be even because you're a hard rocker. Even hard rockers should be listening to this fucking album and just jamming to it and how great it is. Yes, I am talking about the double live album by War Live. One of the best live albums ever made. Any genre, any band, put anything next to it, and this will give it a contest, no doubt. Okay? This is War at its best. This is what you want before, especially before the disco stuff, But if you want to know what an R&B jam band sounds like, a band that is just fucking on fire and just jamming their ass off, the same way Allman Brothers did, which is a great the live at the Fillmore. The way the Allman Brothers can, Whipping Post is 15 minutes long or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Hot Lana, especially if you get the deluxe editions. Oh my God. Those are the, essential live albums, but this is the same. I put this in the same place. This is right next to the Allman Brothers, man. And I hold the Allman Brothers way high up there. This one is not to be fucked with. Seriously. They put out 6 albums before this. So band War is from Long Beach, Compton area, Southern California, LA area, Long Beach and Compton respectively. And a lot of Latin flavor to it because of the neighborhoods that they're from. A lot of Mexicans and blacks and Latinos and whatever you want to call it, all mixed together. So you get this R&B. If you've never heard War, if you've never heard this is R&B at its best as a jam band. Not disco-y. Everything's danceable to me, man. So if you can't dance to this, you can't dance to shit. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but there's too much to dance to on this album. But 2 to 3 singers. Papa D. Initially they were War. The first thing they put out, they were Discovered. And Eric Burden from the Animals put out the album Eric Declares War. That was the album, right? They did 2 or 3 under him, and then signed their own label, their own deal under War, just War by itself. And the first album they put out was All Day Music. I think, or War. I think it was just War. So with all the 3 fingers coming out, right? Then All Day Music, World is a Ghetto. And I think this came out after World is a Ghetto. So you had this and Deliver the Word at the same time, same year. But I think this came out after World is a Ghetto. So some tracks, if I remember correct, weren't on Deliver the Words, not on here. But this is oh my God. How many motherfuckers are on here, man? 7 dudes? 7 dudes, man. Let's just get in, man. Let's peel it up, get into it. But again, like I said, if you can dig some jamming, some R&B jamming, no hits, no fucking pop hits, no. This is just strictly. There's no airplay here going on here, Jack. And nothing happening there. Look, and it's all the same inside and outside. Okay, there's your cover. There's your back cover. You open this fucker up, man, and it's the same shit. Boom. That's it. You're just getting pictures of jam on top of jam. And 2 records, man. 2 records worth of jam. And that's all it is. And that's what I'm trying to tell you people. This is 4 sides. 2 records, 4 sides of R&B jam band. Stupid. Okay? This is before Lowrider. Lowrider didn't come out till a couple years afterwards. And it's just, yeah. And this is like them old ones, right? Who, they'll put side 1 and side 4, and then 2 and 3 on the other one. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't know why they did that. What was the purpose of Abel? What's the purpose of that? So side 1, start off, and this was recorded in Chicago. Okay, so they're LA band, but this was recorded in Chicago. Yeah, under United Artists. Okay, so this is an introduction by Rodney Jones of the radio station WVON in Chicago. And they start off with Son O' Son, which is one of the baddest cuts. They live on this album. Son O' Son kills. Great way to open it up. 10 minutes of Son O' Son, and that's just jamming. Then the Cisco Kid, and then a 20-second intro, Slipping in the Darkness. 20 seconds. Slipping in the Darkness. What more do you want? All right, that's side 1. I'll get to the other side because I don't know why they do this shit. So side 2, Slipping in the Darkness is basically the whole fucking record. Slipping in the Darkness, Slipping Part 2. And it's just a flat out jam session, man. So for any of those people that love jamming, if you don't like jamming, this ain't for you. If you like jam sessions and you like bands just going for it, again, if you like the Allman Brothers kind of shit, a lot of the progressive stuff, bands just like taking these, long trips into their music. Of course, a lot of hippie stuff. This is the album for you right here. Side 3, All Day Music, 10-minute version of that. 2 by Yarrow, another funky Latin kind of cut right there, man. 2, Lonely Feeling. 4, the intro to Get Down. Okay, 4 is the intro to Get Down. Side 4 is just Get Down. That's it. What more you need, man? Jeez, and again, like I said, out of all the talk of 70s live records, this never gets talked about. Yes, it's not a rock record, it's not a heavy metal record, but it's still one of the best live albums of the 70s, period. Any genre, man. This has to be up there with the rest, with all the greats, because this is my personal favorite live R&B record, is this one right here. And there's some great ones, and there's a lot of great ones. Tower Power, Earth, Wind & Fire, Maze, great fucking live albums. P-Funk, Mother Earth Tour, that should be up there as well, man. You know what I mean? I'm pissed off I didn't say P-Funk right after I said this one, but I'm trying to go through my Rolodex in my brain full of shit. You know what I mean? Again, great albums, live albums. Dude, this is the one. Again, if you're not a fan of jam bands, if you're not a fan of 10-minute songs of the band grooving and jamming, and it's not like you're gonna listen to like a 10-minute guitar solo, okay? Because you got the whole cast here: Papa D'Allen, Charles Miller, Charles Green, Lonnie Jordan, Lee Oscar, Howard Scott. I think that's the main lineup. But again, Papa D'Allen, he's all percussion, baby, congas, bongos, some timbales and shit, and but he sings. You got guitar players, drummers, horn players. Lee Oscar plays flute, harmonica. And they just R&B, just funky jamming. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, man. Again, you guys check it out. This is a great, great fucking album. If you don't like live albums, check out their of course, but you can dig like R&B. Again, it's not disco-y. Those other early albums are not as disco-y. They're more just, they got a little funk to them, but not heavy funk. It's just a lot of R&B, soul, Think of more of like a R&B-ish Sly without like the psychedelic rock kind of twist to it. They don't get wild out like Sly or Funkadelic, you know what I mean? But it's just more, and there's a Latin feel to them. A lot of their stuff, good Latin feel, bongos, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, check it out, man. War Live, again, should be top of the list of any live album section ever made. Bands ever done it. This should be top of the list right here. Yeah, War Live, 1973, live in Chicago, man. Double album, right? So that's our pick for this segment right here. What's on the slab? Hope you guys are, again, staying cool, staying, sane and all that good stuff, man. We'll be back with another one. Check out our info. Get involved. Let us know your picks. Let us know your suggestions, comments, everything. All right? Here. Be back with another one.